And away we go. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the journey of Storybook Land. My name is Tammy, and I'll be your captain and storyteller as we travel aboard the Flora. For your safety, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, legs, and feet inside the boat. And parents, please supervise your children, as we wouldn't want our story to take any unexpected turns. Now, while most people visit far-off places through the pages of a book, those that visit in person, whether through a rabbit hole or with the help of pixie dust, often find the way into being magical or even menacing. But not to worry, even though we've just been swallowed by Monster the Whale, the very same whale who swallowed Pinocchio, we're really being transported into a magical place called Storybook Land. Of course, our story does begin with once upon a time, and in this case it's about a big bad wolf who lives in the cave over on the left and is always chasing after the three little pigs who live across the canal in these houses. The first made of straw, the second of sticks, and the third house made of wolf-proof bricks. And it seems as if our journey is taking a somewhat strange turn, for just around the river bend is the quaint English village home of Alice, where one golden afternoon she chased White Rabbit into the rabbit hole and fell down, down, down into Wonderland, where things, of course, became curiouser and curiouser from there. Storybook Land is full of fantastic places created to inspire storytellers, places like London Park, where Peter Pan, John, Wendy, and Michael Darling first flew with the help of Tinkerbell's pixie dust on their way to Neverland, where they never, ever have to grow up. And places like Agrabah, city of mystery and enchantment, where a street rat named Aladdin first bumped into Princess Jasmine in the marketplace and stole her heart. Though the two were from different worlds, through the power of love and with the help of their friend Genie, they were married and now live in the Sultan's palace atop the hill. These magical places are where love shines, like the twinkling lights and the archways above us. The very same archways where Aladdin and Jasmine soared over, sideways, and under on their magic carpet ride to a whole new world. And while all good stories are filled with light and love, they also have their dark places like the Cave of Wonders just ahead. The treasure bears a curse that can be lifted only by the genie in the lamp, and legend has it, whoever frees the genie will be granted 3 wishes. Let's make a wish and see if it comes true. Snow White wished to be safe, and as she fled from the evil queen, she came upon the cozy forest cottage on the right, home of the 7 dwarfs who offered her shelter and thanks for her kindness. And Cinderella wished to go to the ball, but her wicked stepmother forbade it, leaving her behind in the Blue Rouge Chateau on the left. Her fairy godmother granted her wish, but when Cinderella didn't leave the ball by midnight, her coat was turned back into a pumpkin, and it's still sitting up on top of the bridge today. And while magic has its limits, thankfully love does not, for Cinderella married her Prince Charming and is living happily ever after in their castle above the kingdom. Dreams do come true, and like wishes, they inspire our stories here. While some dream of happily ever after, others dream of drifting off to sleep on hills of quilted flowers, like those in the giant patchwork quilt on my left, which features a variety of over 50 desert blooms and was inspired by the 1933 Silly Symphony cartoon Lullaby Land. There is magic all around us here. All the plants, trees, and flowers that you see are in fact real. They've just been miniaturized by a process known only to Tinkerbell and a few of our Disneyland gardeners, and magically grow only about 1 inch per year. And that's just part of the reason this place was such a favorite of our beloved master storyteller Walt Disney, and continues to inspire new stories. Stories like The Wind in the Willows with Ratty Mole and Mr. Toad, whose stately banner is on the left. But sorry folks, Jake Thaddeus Toad isn't home right now, and he's off in his motor car on a wild ride to nowhere in particular. And that brings us to the Kingdom of Arendelle with a castle by the sea, a ship at anchor in Elsa's ice palace rising from the snow-covered mountains. It's here sisters Anna and Elsa first met their frozen friends, so lost herself in spin and learned there is something stronger than Elsa's magic, and that's the power and love of family. While in the Alpine village on my right, a woodcarver named Geppetto wished upon a star that his puppet would become a real boy. When Pinocchio saved Geppetto from the belly of Monster the whale, the blue fairy granted that wish. Geppetto's wish is like those found in so many fairy tales, like the one that led a little mermaid named Ariel to follow Prince Eric to his castle up on my right, inspire her to give up her life under the sea, take her first steps on unsteady legs, and fulfill her dream of becoming a part of our world. Hers is a story that begins in the shadows of your father's future, and then the waters move around the coast, goes over to adventures, which ultimately, as like all good stories, live happily ever after. That happy ending is the final piece of magic here at Storybook, but not to worry, at Disneyland the magic never really ends. And now as we close the cover on our book and approach the dock, please keep your hands, fingers, and arms inside the boat. Once we come to a complete stop, I will count to 3, at which time it's important that everyone please stand in the center of the boat for balance, as this is real water, and will get real wet if we try to find Nemo the hard way. It's been a pleasure having you aboard, and on behalf of all the storytellers here, we wish you the very best on the remainder of your visit to Walt Disney's original Magic Kingdom. The end.